Is any dictatorship really superior to modern democracy? Could a single ruler truly outperform the collective intelligence of the people? This provocative claim suggests that the majority of people may not possess the aptitude to effectively govern a nation or the world. The argument goes further to challenge the very fabric of democratic systems, arguing that they have inadvertently led to environmental disasters due to unchecked growth and a lack of centralized control. In this light, democracies, with their emphasis on individual desires and freedoms, are painted as mindless and desperate experiments. The unchecked material prosperity they foster is seen not as a sign of success, but as a harbinger of despair. The proponents of this view argue that our salvation lies not in the ballot box, but in a strong central government and uncompromising control of the individual citizen. So the question remains, could a dictatorship, despite its flaws, be the antidote to our current crises? What would this ideal dictatorship look like? Would it be a world of restricted freedoms, or an efficient, well-managed society? Let's delve into this hypothetical scenario. Imagine a world where population control is enforced through birth licensing, where only the most suitable homes are granted the privilege to propagate. Picture a society where energy production is drastically reduced, with electricity preserved for the most necessary of tasks. Now, envisage an efficient food production system where hunting is optimized and diet diversified to include unconventional sources. Transportation would be limited, with the majority of travel conducted on bicycles and rowing boats. In terms of foreign affairs, mass immigration and import-export trade would cease, with cross-border travel strictly controlled. Business would be largely curtailed, with manufacturing allowed only for well-argued needs. Education would focus on practical skills and technological research would be minimal. Such a regime would certainly be a drastic departure from our current systems, but would it truly be better? Are these radical measures practical or even ethical? And more importantly, are they the only solution to our problems? As we delve into this notion of an ideal dictatorship, we must consider the implications. The potential for human rights abuses under such a regime is significant. The denial of birthrights based on genetics or social standing, the suppression of individual freedom in favor of stringent control, these are deeply troubling prospects. They bring to mind the darkest chapters of our history. Societal unrest could ensue. The collective uproar against such extreme measures could lead to widespread conflict. Is this a price we're willing to pay? And what of the individual freedoms we hold dear? The right to travel, to choose our livelihoods, to pursue our desires? Are we ready to relinquish these liberties for the promise of a better future? As we weigh the potential benefits against the potential costs, we must ask ourselves, are we ready to sacrifice our freedoms for the promise of a better future?